Hey guys, in this video I will explain the concept related to local storage versus session storage, what is it and how it is different from each other. So in short, if I tell you about the local storage and session storage, it's basically the storage of your web browsers. For example, if you are working on a Chrome, then it will be the local storage will be for the that browser, and if there is any browser like Safari or Mozilla Firefox, then it will be their storage. So basically local storage and session storage will basically come in the browsers. For example, if I open the inspect elements tool and then go to the applications, and then from there I will go to the storage, you can see there are different types of storage. So I will explain about the local storage and what is the session storage. So local storage basically is the storage which is kind of permanent on the browser. So if you save anything in that local storage and you will close that browser from there and then come back, it will remains the data there. Whereas in session storage, if you store something in that kind of storage, session storage, and you close the browser, or you close the current working tab, then basically it gonna remove that data from that storage. So session storage is kind of temporary storage, but whereas the local storage is kind of permanent storage. So that's the difference between both local storage and session storage. And if I talk about different use cases, then you probably use that for, like, if you want to switch the light mode theme to dark mode theme and the dark mode theme to the light mode theme, then these kinds of states will basically manage in the local storage or session storage. And same goes to the language. If you want to switch from English to French or French to English language, then these kinds of things will be handled in the local storage or session storage. So let me explain this by implementing some examples. So what I can do, I can create a index.html file here and quickly write a boilerplate. So let me write. What I'm gonna do is basically open the script tag here, and in there I will type some code, and also I will open that in the browser as well. So that is my index.html page, and right now you can see that there is. So let me remove that local storage here, also that session storage if there is any. So what I'm gonna do, basically, let's set the local storage and test it. So for that I'm gonna write a JavaScript code for that. So I will, if I want to set some data into that local storage, then I will write something like this: local storage dot set item. So set item basically set the data in that local storage, and it will accept two things. First is key basically you will have to define the unique key and the value that you want to store in that local storage. For example, I want to save mode, and I will say that this mode will be dark mode, right? So if I refresh that page here and come, you will see that in local storage I have the key, which is mode, and the value, which is dark. So from that you will see that I have set the local storage in that local storage key and the dark mode. If I now close the browser, let me close that and open that again and hit that into the. So if I go there and test here, you can see that I have a key and a value, so it will persist even if I close the browser. Now let's talk about this session storage. Let's say So for session storage, we will write something like this: session storage dot set items. It will also accept the two things, that is the key, unique key, and the value. So let's say I will set that to user, and that is Faizan, right? And if I refresh that page, and now I will need to go to the session storage, not the local storage. So go to the session storage and go to the file. You will see that I have a user key and the value Faizan. Now if what I'm gonna do, close that browser and open that browser again, right, and hit that URL and goes to the inspect element. Now you can see that in my session storage it's still showing me the so basically it will still show that session storage is set there. Why is that? Because whenever I load the page, it will basically show run the script, that is I have right here session storage, and set that to the user. So for quickly demonstrate that, I will show you that if I create a button here, storage, and let me write some code for that on click, and let me write the function name set storage, and now I will call that function, set that function here, and write the code for that session storage, and refresh that page. So if I set that storage, it will basically set the storage to the session storage, which is the key, user, and the value Faizan. Now if I close that browser, right, and come back again, now if I go to the session storage, you will see that it will automatically remove the key and the value. So you can see that the session storage is the temporary storage, whereas the local storage kind of permanent storage. It will still there, mode and dark. So if I again set that storage here, you will see that it comes here, user and Faizan. If I open the new tab and then paste it again here, you will see that it will remove. So session storage will only work if you have the session maintained. If you close that current tab, or if you close the browser, it will automatically remove that key and the value. And similarly I will quickly show you the how you will retrieve the data from here. If you have to retrieve the data from the local storage, you will simply have to do that local storage dot get item. For setting item we will use set item, but for get item we will use the get method. So in get item we will need to use the key, which is mode. So if I click on the mode, if I type the mode and save that value in some constants, and I can show that results to you. Now if I refresh the page, you will see that I will access that data from the local storage. And if I need to remove the data from the local storage, what I'm gonna do is simply replace that local storage dot get item with remove item. Now simply move the other code and refresh the page. You can see that after setting that local storage set item, it basically removed that. So what we have learned in this video is that we have a session storage and a local storage. Session storage is temporary storage, whereas local storage is kind of permanent storage. And for setting the items, we have usually three methods. If we want to set the data in the local storage or in the session storage, we will use their respective names. Like if you want to set the data in the local storage, we will use local storage dot set item, and if we want to remove that, we will use the remove item, and if we want to read that data, we will use that get item. And same goes to the session storage. Just simply replace those session storage with this. So I hope you guys understand that lesson, that what is the difference between the local storage and session storage, and why is it used in different applications. So for most of the use cases, we see that in the kind of if we need to set some local state, like changing the mode of the application, or if we want to change the language of the website, so that where is the use case of session storage and the local storage. So I will meet you in the next video with some another lesson. Take care and subscribe the channel, and also like the video if you like it. Thank you.